The ignition sequence has begun it. A total of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. To the skies, there will be a liftoff. What's up, everyone? And I wanted to remind everyone that now that they've decreased, now that they've lowered the interest rates, cryptocurrency, the talk is that the markets, not only cryptocurrency, but the markets in general, are prepared to take off. Most likely, the initial public offering IPO market will be a part of that. Offers that have been registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the previous few weeks have strengthened the exit path as the market for new listings increases. This story, which was published around a week ago, suggests that an initial public offering IPO by a company that is backed by private equity is in the process of brewing. According to my sponsor link, this is what happens. There is also the option to download the app from ILINQTO.com. In this particular location, I have personally invested in a number of private equity companies, including Ripple, in addition to a number of other companies. In my opinion, one of the businesses that is going to lead as we move forward with this thing is going to be cryptocurrency. I believe this to be the case because there is no reason why it wouldn't be. The cryptocurrency markets are experiencing explosive growth. The volume that is being used here is not mine, it is the volume that Richard Branson is using. Let me have a look. In point of fact, let me get that up. Because the audio on this video is so low, you are going to have to pay close attention to what is being said. Alright, should you be able to hear that? Good Morning Crypto is the one who put this together at this time. I'm going to blow it up because it's a decent small overview of all that. This is a comprehensive summary of the forthcoming surge. In order to call me, my wife waited till I had completed a video. I'll give her a call back. You are presented with a selection of the speakers who will be present at the spectacular event. This has a very good visual display. In addition to BBVA, Coinbase, and CME Group, Adrian Harris is employed by the New York State Department of Financial Services, MS Monica Long from Revolut. Oh no, the blockchain has an association. In addition to Dan Mordhead, Pantera Capital, and Bloomberg Intelligence, there is also Kristen Smith, MoonPay, and Bitwise. Stuart Alderati is also involved with Crypto.com. You should securitize. I am only name a few of them. Not bad at all. That's a very powerful image. Jack McDonald, who was once employed at Polysign, is present. Ashish Burla is visible here. Although he is no longer employed by Ripple, he is still a member of the board. What I think is going to happen is that they are going to have a very long queue, and that will be in Miami this year. At this time, I would want to bring to everyone's attention the fact that just over 2 weeks ago, Brad Garlinghouse stated that the release of genuine USD is going to take place within weeks rather than months. Smoke had then put an end to this situation. This individual is ablaze. Therefore, it is true that USDT will eventually lose its dominant position in the market to regulated stablecoins. Furthermore, within the next 6 to 12 months, regulated stablecoins will become the norm. It is possible that this could signal that the United States dollar would continue to lose market dominance in the future to regulated stable coinage such as Bitcoin. How to watch the year 2024. Over the next 6 to 12 months, regulated stablecoins will become more widely used, and the prices of cryptocurrencies will continue to rise. These cryptocurrencies have been tried and tested. Okay, then it starts to fall. Microregulation was the tool that he utilized to completely change the landscape of cryptocurrency. There is an expectation that the implementation of MiCA will bring credibility and regulatory clarity to the cryptocurrency business. However, the new regulations will also oblige cryptocurrency exchanges to delist stablecoins that do not comply with specific regulations. This might potentially result in a shift towards stablecoins that are backed by the euro. It is believed that the strengthened regulatory environment would make it more viable for cryptocurrency users in the European Union, despite the fact that this may initially cause some disruption. We will see to it. Furthermore, I would like to make one more reminder. It was only a few weeks ago that Brad Garlinghouse also made this statement. Therefore, you would be excited to receive an XRP. The XRP trust with Grayscale had not yet been established at this point. And so, PETF, no doubt we would be delighted to have it. I also believe that it is unavoidable that there will be several exchange-traded funds ETFs based on various coins. You might even see exchange-traded funds ETFs around baskets, which I believe will also continue to expand in the future. That potential danger. Are you now in discussions with the larger issuers, namely BlackRock, in order to move forward with this? I'm not going to comment on that, that's for sure. As far as I am aware, BlackRock has made certain statements in public. In general, we believe that it is a reasonable decision for the XRP community as a whole. You are aware that Ripple is without a doubt a very significant stakeholder in the XRP ecosystem. Nevertheless, we are not the only player in this ecosystem. I mean, prior to the complaint filed by the SEC, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. This is something that we have seen before. As a result of the headwinds caused by that case, I believe that we have now seen that phenomenon to a considerable extent diminish. When looking at these things from a more long-term perspective, the question that needs to be answered is, how can you create utility and really solve real-world problems with these particular digital assets? Alright, I pulled this out of when he was talking about how Tether, reminds me a lot of MySpace. When we had MySpace before Facebook, if you had said that MySpace would fall down, they would have said you were crazy. I meant to have this right here when he was talking about how Tether reminds me a lot of MySpace. Then, Facebook sprang out of nowhere and began to dominate the scene. Not even a single person remembers MySpace. No longer was it cool to do that. Do you recall when CZ Binance made this statement? When the Titanic sinks, any small floats that are in close proximity to it are also dragged down. However, if the floats are not connected, they will ultimately find their way back to the surface. One who invests in digital assets is not bound in any way. I will let you know about it. As of this week, I will be giving testimony in front of Congress. Hello, my name is Gary Gensler. The examination will take place on September 24th, and I will be required to testify in front of the Financial Committee alongside my other commissioners. The act of reading Gary Gensler's comments is currently one of the guilty pleasures that I enjoy in my life. All that I do is read a handful of the tweets that this person sends out whenever he tweets anything. You are possibly the worst government official in the history of the world. I hope you took some lubricant with you, since this is a fantastic opportunity to resign. Before you create these postings, Gary, do you find yourself laughing uncontrollably? You are about to be taken into custody in the courtroom. Those of us who are willing to testify before Congress should do so. I am not a feline. You will be back at your house in 41 days. I really hope you end up in jail, you scoundrel. Are you still available, bro? Does this imply that you have just been given the questions that they will be asking you to answer? Certainly it is most likely from a few of his allies. Gary's comments are always entertaining to read. I don't believe there has ever been a more reviled than this one. SEC commissioner throughout the course of the SEC's history. Everyone is aware of the fact that he has been a shit stain on the SEC. I'll say it, he has been a filthy stain. As a result, he will be remembered in history for this. According to the Filing Amendment Update, Section 2.01 of the Custodial Services Agreement, BlackRock has amended their custody agreement with Coinbase. This information is mentioned in the statement that was filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I also mentioned that it appears that BlackRock and BNY Mellon will not face any difficulties when they come in and talk to the Secretary about crypto, as only incumbents are permitted to do so. Now, Jack, that is the thing. Oh, here's a wonderful flashback for you. In reference to a level playing field, this is what I believe Donald Trump said when he was still in office as president. I am confident that everything will turn out quite well for everyone involved. The United States of America, China, Japan, and everyone else in the region included. For a considerable amount of time, I have been expressing my dissatisfaction with the matter of currency devaluations. And I am of the opinion that we will all eventually, and most likely much sooner than a lot of people comprehend or believe, be on an equal playing field. I believe that this will happen. That is the only way that it can be considered fair. We will be on that pitch, and we will all be working very hard to do great things for our country. This is the only way that you can compete fairly in trade and other things, and we will be doing that. I am confident that everything will turn out extremely well in the end. All right. I would like to show you this from the Coinbase CTO who is talking about the Fed. And then finally, I would like to show you this. Take note to what he has to say. Bitcoin was created with the intention of preventing the state from gradually stealing your wealth. You do realize that the goal of Don't Die is to prevent the state from systematically destroying your health, right? Moreover, they are extremely comparable due to the fact that the legacy system operates under the assumption of a fundamental inflation rate of 2%. It's true that hyperinflation is troublesome, but it's also true that deflation is troubling. Consequently, it is beneficial to have a small amount of inflation and a small amount of wealth loss each year. And this current system, the medical system, says that while it is true that abrupt death is a terrible thing, there is something strange about seeking to live forever. So you ought to just let a little bit of yourself perish every year. It's true. Therefore, the logic behind it is exactly the same as that of the Federal Reserve. Indeed, the Federal Reserve is, as you are aware, and they want you to die, as you are aware, just a little bit each year, right? As a result, we put up a fight. All of us are opposed to that. Take it easy. Every year they want you to die, even if it's just one tiny bit. This time in Die XRP, I will continue to show you things that I am unable to display out here and will not show for the foreseeable future. That is really mind-boggling to me even more. There is a bombshell that is rumored to be about to be released on social media today, and it is supposed to be about the party man,